This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Continuing with our claims commandments, this is commandment number 9, that thou shalt document the claim file. Insurance claims handling is a person-to-person business, where the claims handler, the insured, and the claimant, if there is one, interact with each other. Because the interaction is not always perfect, it is essential to document the interaction in the claims file, whether it is kept on hard paper or electronic and paperless. In addition to the fact that such documentation is good claims handling, it is required by most state insurance regulators and most Fair Claims Settlement Practices regulations. For example, every professional claims handler must 1. Maintain all claims data that are accessible, legible, and retrievable for examination, so that an insurer shall be able to provide the claim number, line of coverage, date of loss, date of payment of the claim, date of acceptance, denial, or date closed without payment. This data must be available for all open and closed files for the current year and the 4 preceding years for examination by the state and or by claims management. 2. Record in the file the date the licensee A received notice of the loss or claim, B. dates the licensee processed the claim, and C. the date the licensee transmitted or mailed every material and relevant document in the file. 3. Maintain hard copy files or maintain claim files that are accessible, legible, and capable of duplication to hard copy. This list was taken from the California Fair Claims Settlement Practices Regulations 10 CCR 2695.3 Pren A close pren. Adjusters, claims handlers, and any other claims personnel who maintain working or field files should be aware that those additional files are part of the claim file and records required to be kept by the state's Fair Claims Settlement Practices regulations and are subject to examination by the insurance department and will be useful to claims management. The practice of being less cautious in the maintenance of working or field files should be discontinued. Every comment and note made in a claims file should be written as if it were addressed to Dear Commissioner or to the dear ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Although the claims file must be complete and informative for the regulator, it must also provide information sufficient for claims management to understand and authorize resolution of or denial of a claim. All file destruction practices should be reviewed to ascertain that no file will be destroyed less than 5 years after it is opened or less than 4 years after it is closed. Insurers should also maintain procedures to never destroy a file in litigation that has started or is anticipated until after the litigation is resolved. A diary system for the destruction of old files should be established by the insurer and its claims personnel, with a requirement to keep the files at least 2 years longer than that required by the state's Department of Insurance or the local Fair Claims Settlement Practices regulations. Litigation, of course, requires extra precaution to protect the files so that an adequate defense can be presented to the court. If the files are scanned into computer media, microfilmed, or recorded in a method other than paper backups, off-site backup of the electronic files should also be maintained. If date stamps are not used, the insurer should provide a date stamp to each claims person so that the date of each action will be recorded in the file. If the insurer is paperless, All incoming mail and documents must have embedded in the image a date showing the date, time, when the document was received or issued. A mail log should also be maintained to establish dates of mailing of each document. If the insurer uses computer-generated email and logging, the computer should be programmed to record the date and time of each entry in such a manner that the employee cannot modify or change the dates of any entry. All email communications must be saved for up to 5 years in a searchable database or in connection with electronic claims files. All electronic records must be kept in such a manner that would allow a complete copy of the electronically recorded materials to be printed out in full so that it is available to produce to the regulator or in discovery if litigation occurs. Every computer record should be kept with on-site and off-site backups of the records. Electronics should never be trusted. Computers fail. That is why we always recommend off-site backups. Every insurance regulator will usually conduct audits of insurers doing business in their state. Failure to properly document files as required by good claims handling statutes or regulations will find the insurer facing fines and bad reports on the ability of the insurer to properly complete the promises made by the insurance policy. Unfortunately, claims people must also spend a great deal of their time documenting the file, because about 3% of all claims result in litigation against the insurer. It is essential to every litigation that the insurer has a record of all investigations, documentation, expert analysis, and evaluation, so that the file will establish that the insurance claims personnel acted properly and in good faith to resolve the claim. If the claim is investigated with the utmost good faith, and the decisions are made in compliance with the facts and the policy wording, it will be available to protect the insurer against false allegations of breach of contract or bad faith. The professional claims person will log every telephone call, keep every email and letter in the claims file, and document everything done to deal with the claim. The professional claims person will treat everyone with whom he or she comes in contact with the utmost good faith and fair dealing. This video was adapted from my blog, Zelma on Insurance, which is available free to anyone who clicks on the URL zelma.com/blog. You can subscribe to the blog by simply clicking on the place allowing you to subscribe so that you can receive every blog post, including all of the new ones that will be published almost every day of the week, 5 days a week, and more than 4,500 presently online. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Rumble channel, where you can see the videos. More than 550 on rumble.com. And please, if you do, click on the Rumble button if you view it on Rumble, and click on the like button if you view it on YouTube. And please also consider subscribing to my Substack publications and my Locals channel. Thank you for your attention.